face though.
God.
This that support I needed, man. This really made me happy.
Yo, this is sick, man. You're actually redoing it like he's fighting the Gara fight.
Oh, it's dope.
8th? You're making him open the 8th?
Alright, I am back. So yeah, I had a good time making the video today. I used the drawings that I made today, and I used rough drafts, and I just pinpointed every moment and movement that I wanted to happen, and I made it happen. And I always listen to music when I draw because it gives me more of a stronger influence when I draw into the emotions of the character. So, one moment as I show you the drawings and basically behind the scenes with me. Let's get it. Alright, so in the first scene, Yamcha vs. the Rough Draft storyboard art, I have it where it's a desert. It's more easier to draw a background that's more with less graphics, so that way it'll be more easier for the character to flow through the drawings and the settings when it's more of a deserted area, less than a more graphic area like a city or buildings. So deserted areas is always the easiest to draw. That's why Dragon Ball Z and other animated TV series do that on purpose. It's more easier to draw. See, so this is the first scene, and you will see it in this scene right here. This is how it comes to life. Now, when I made it come to life, I did how I did in a rough draft. I used it in black and white first, and you can literally see it come to life in color. So from black and white, you know what I'm saying, I draw it literally growing into something, a real life background. And then at the top I put Rock Lee doing in the actual TV series he's doing handstands, a handstand push-up. So and it was in a special filler special that he does a handstand push-up. He doesn't usually do that on the regular. But in the special episode where Naruto, Rock Lee invites everybody to a hot sauna, and Hinata and all the other characters and stuff, and he's doing hot stand-ups. Why I say hot stand-ups? He's doing handstand push-ups. So yeah. This is the scene where he does the handstand push-ups. I got the idea from the TV series. And then I put detail into it as well. So when he's doing it, you saw, if you didn't see that, you catch that his arm slowly starts to move as he forms a tricep to get more of a better form when he does the handstand. So I put just little details, and you see the sweat bubble on the side of his forehead as he exercises, because it's a really strong workout. Try doing a handstand in push-up formation. That's hella strength. So this is Yamcha's part. Go right back to it. Hold on. So the next scene you will see is Rock Lee, and he gets struck by Yamcha. So I didn't, in the rough draft, I didn't really put it where this scene right here where Yamcha's flying by never existed in the rough draft. That was improvised. I improvised that in there to make it make more sense, the reason why he was there. So the reason why the whole thing happened is Yamcha was trying to get back to planet Earth, his planet Earth. So he was coming from he was traveling basically the universe with a time capsule, and he across dimensions to find a Dragon Ball. And he just happened to crash into Rock Lee. Now the Dragon Ball is wishing back to the DBZ world. So he has to fight Rock Lee for those Dragon Balls in order to get back to his original world. So the reason why they started fighting was because Rock Lee was in the middle of exercising and he just interrupted his exercise. And in this scene you can see that Yamcha points at the Dragon Ball. It's like, no, you cannot have that. That's mine. Yamcha, Rock Lee's pretty pissed. He's like, yo, you just interrupted my exercise. Like, you just interrupted my exercise, fam. What you doing, man? That's my burger, man. Yo, this is cheese deluxe. No, I'm playing. And then in the next scene, you can see him walking by. Now, this was improvised right here. Him walking. Now, this was actually in the rough draft. Let me show you. So in this scene, you can see Yamcha flies by, and I have 5. The 1, 2, 3 mean the amount of frames that I use to make the character look like it's moving by. And then I drew a rough draft of the Dragon Balls, as you saw earlier. You can see him flying by. So that actually wasn't improvising. That actually was in there. It was actually supposed to fly by. And then the Dragon Balls drop down like they do in a rough draft. And then in the next rough draft, you can see that he comes to life. And it's pretty cool. So in this scene, you can see that he comes to life. And Rock Lee, of course, is yep. Rock Lee goes on and he freaking sweeps. He gets mad. He gets pretty mad. So Yamcha gets back up. Rock Lee walks over. He sweeps him. And Yamcha falls on the ground. And in this scene, this is when he gets back up. So he falls down, just like in the scene, and he gets back up. I have it animated, so some scenes are not are improvised. So there's a scene where he falls, and then, oh, I had a wrong page. So this was the page that is supposed to be seen. That's the scene where he's pointing at the ball. And then he's crying. So my bad for not organizing the papers before I showed you that. But yeah, that's when he points at the ball. Then Rock Lee starts to cry like he does in there. See, it's all a rough draft and final draft. That's what really gets the drawings to be legit. And then that's when he walks over to the Dragon Ball. Like, you better not try to get this. Walks over to the Dragon Ball to receive it back. Rock Lee kicks him with that fatal sweep. Fatal sweep, and he swoops him down like he does. And again, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the frames that were needed to make the actual animation happen. And then that's when Yamcha falls down. I showed you that. And you see the detail I put in the rough draft so I can understand how the animated when I put it in the final draft in color. And you can see that's put down 5 scenes. And then this is the scan up where he does, it goes from his foot to his legs. So here's the animated version. And before I show the animated version, that's the foot, the leg, and it literally scans up on Rock Lee's body to show he's ready to fight. He's got the fight face, like I'm finna whoop that ass. Whoop that ass. But yeah, he gets in there, sweeps him with the fatal kick. Yamcha falls, and then it's the scene I was just telling you about where it's animated, and it shows that Rock Lee's ready to fight. He's not playing no games. And then that's when Yamcha makes that face. He's like, what's going on? I just want my Dragon Balls back so I can get back to planet Earth. My planet Earth, DBZ world. He gets back up just like in this scene. And it's animated. And then that's when he gets back up. And then that's the scene where he gets back up and dusts off his shoulder. And then he looks at Rock Lee like, I'm finna you up. I'm finna you up right now. So this is the scene where he looks at him. Yamcha gets back up. And then he dusts off his shoulder. You saw that? And then he looks at him. So he gets back up, dusts off his shoulder, and looks up at him, just like I did in the thing. You see his eyes swipe up. 1, 2, 3. Like that. 1, 2, 3. And then in this scene, you could clearly see that his eyes swipe up. 1, 2, 3. Looks at him, gives him that I'm about to whoop that smile. About to whoop that smile. And then he just switches over to the next scene. Now this scene I had to improvise because this wasn't in the original plan. The original plan is they go straight to fist bump and they fight. But I had improvised it where it made sense that when it was about to fight that you knew they was going to fight. So I did a versus scene where he was like, oh yeah, you know they're about to fight. So I put them up against each other side by side so you know what's up. Rock Lee versus Yamcha. Improvised this scene, and it looks really neat. You could see all the hard work I put in the background with the desert in the background, gave it that real gaming effect. And then Rock Lee versus Yamcha, he goes in on him. He's like, yo, you about to get it. You about to really get the KO right now. And then this is where the scene where they collide against each other, and they're just like about to go in, just go in on each other. Yeah. And then you see this scene where he's about to punch him. That's when he reaches in for the punch, and then he ends up knocking him in the face. Ooh. Now, in this scene, I actually had to improvise this scene in because you could clearly see and hear that when they fight, they swing at each other, right? And then he punches him. But in this scene, I have re-edited. So this was basically a deleted scene, the rough draft, where they collide arms and then he exchanges the fatal blow. The fatal blow is still in there, but Rock Lee ends up dodging it. Now this is the deleted scene. That's why I put an X over it. So he's supposed to originally do the Leaf Hurricane on Yamcha instead of punching him and then kicking him up in the air, in which Yamcha does a continuous backflip. But I thought that would waste up too much paper showing him do the backflip. So I was trying to save as much paper as possible to have a full fight and still, show the whole fight. So I just X'd out that whole scene right there. And I think y'all actually leave a comment below if y'all actually like the idea that I actually changed it instead. So this was the deleted scene where he does the Leaf Hurricane. Leaf Hurricane! And he kicks him up, in the back. He does a backflip instead. He flies up, does a backflip, and stops it. But it's the deleted scene because I never edited it in there. Instead, I did them going against each other, and he would exchange the fatal blow like he did in the rough draft, but he misses and dodges. Rock Lee catches him with the fade, and then I put the extra emphasis on it with the background, the muscular tone texture and all that good stuff. And I got really good pictures from Bing. When I go on Bing and Google, they have really good pictures where you can get the muscular texture of Yamcha. So then that's when he gets punches in the face, and I put all that detail in there. Now this I improvised in when I show him getting punched, because obviously Yamcha never been punched by Rock Lee in a real TV series. So I improvised on this, and I really put in effort on this scene. I just wanted y'all to see that I put in this effort, this work, and then you can see that the more force that he puts into the punch, the more fatal the blow. and you can see his face dribble back from it as Rock Lee fades him and pushes forward with it. And then you can see his face kind of bounce back to normal as Rock Lee finishes the fade. Yamcha tries to get back into the zone and hands Rock Lee back a fade where he forms the fist. Now, as you can see, after the extensive amount of arm muscle movement I had to do in the hand, I literally looked at my hand when I did that. You see, I looked at my hand and I drew it, doing all those movements. So that happened, and then he reaches at him, tries to hand him a fade, and you can see Rock Lee said, "I'm not down with that. I'm straight, bro." The detail though, like, come on now, you can't tell me that's not good. And then he does that, comes around, catches him with a literal drop kick. He literally drop kicks him. Literally drop kicks him into another scene, bro. Now that ends this video. Only got a few seconds left, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off by telling you guys thank you for watching. Hope y'all really enjoy my next video that's coming out. I'll upload weekly on YouTube channel. And I thank you again. Follow me on Instagram. Look at my description below, and leave a comment on which you would like to see next, or who do you want to see win. All right, and I hope y'all enjoy. GMB out.